Welcome to another video. This one is paper 2 of May-June 2017, paper 2-1. Okay, let's move on to question number 1. Here we have part 1. Trevor has a collection of 54 toy vehicles. 24 are cars, 12 are vans, and the rest are trucks. So trucks will be equal to 54 minus 24 minus 12. That will be 18. So ratio of cars to van and to trucks will be 24 cars, 12 vans, and 18 trucks. So let's simplify this. We can divide everything by 6. We will have 4 by 2 and by 3. So your ratio will be 4 by 2 and by 3. That is part A. Now moving on to part B. It says Trevor decides that it is time to reduce his collection. He sells C cars, V vans, and T trucks. Now he finds that the ratio of cars to vans now is, so C, now it is changed to 2 to 1, right? So what happens? So at first he had 24 cars, 12 vans, and 18 trucks at first. Now the ratio is this. Now we have a few conditions. So find the value of C, V, and T given that he has sold at least one type of each vehicle. So it must be more than 0. He must have sold at least one of each type and the smallest possible number of vehicles. So we have to do this by trial. So let's say at first we have 24 cars, we have 12 vans, and 18 trucks. So these two are the same ratio. It means that if we have, let's say, for example, if we have 11 cars, there must be 11 vans, and there must be, divided by 2, 11 over 2, which is not possible, but you get the idea. It must be in that ratio. So let's try one by one. Let's say we try to sell at least one. Let's say we try to sell one truck. If you sell one truck, oh, it's not possible because we found. Let's say we have to sell 2 trucks. So that becomes 10. So this must be, if this is the ratio 2, it must be 10 as well, right? And if I sell, this must be 5. So difference here will be 14, 2, and that will be 13. So that is if I sell 2 trucks, and the ratio is actually this. So you can only do this by trial. You don't know exactly the answer at first. But let's say if I increase this, if I say, let's say if I sell 4 trucks, that will be 8, and this must be 8 as well, and this must be 4. So let's see what is the difference. So for this to become this, I have 2 minus. So what is 24 minus 8? That will be 16. So I have to minus 16 minus 4 and minus become 14. As you can see, when we are increasing this to from 2 to 4, it's changing, but the values of cars sold is increasing. So this will be actually the lowest possible, the smallest possible number of vehicles, and which is more than 0. So the value of it will be in this. So basically in the end we will have 10 cars remaining, 10 vans, and 5 trucks, which means that the amount we sold will be this 3. For the first one is we sold 14 cars, we sold 2, and we sold 13 trucks. So value of C will be 14, 2, and 13. So just to recap this question, we have to do by trial. Like we have to try and see what are the possible answers, and then by elimination we find out the right answers. There's no direct way, unfortunately. You have to try and see what can be possible. So for this one, it will be 14, 2, and 13. That will be question number 1. Question number 2. In 2016, Amira's income was $36,720. Now, this was 2% more than her income in 2015. So it means that in 2015, we don't know how much it is, but in 2016, her income was 2% more. It means that the income was increased by 2%. So this is 36,720. So I have to find the value of x. X will be 36,720 divided by 1.02. So what is 1.02? It is 100% that was here plus 2%, that will be 102 divided by 100, which gives you 1.02. So if you want to find the amount in 2016 after a 2% increase, it will be 1.02 times the initial amount. So let's do that. So 36,720 divided by 1.02, that will be $36,000. That was her income in 2015. Now for part B. In 2016, Amira used her income of this in the following ways. So we have rent. 2/5 of her income was used for food, so 2/5 of her income. Let's find out to see how much was that. So 2/5 times 36,720, that will be 14,688. Now 15%, so 15%, 15/100 times 36,720. That will be 5,508. Now the rest of her income was saved. What is the percentage of her income did she save? So let's find this. How much did she save? She would save 36,720 minus these expenses. So let's find out how much was the expenses. So first was rent at 12,000 plus this one 14,688 plus this one 5,508. That will be the expenses, 32,196. So 36,720 minus expenses, that will be 4,524. So question is, find the percentage that she saved. So this is the save. So percentage will be the amount saved divided by salary, 36,720 times 100. That is for the percentage. 720 times 100, that will be 12.3%. Okay, and that is your answer for part 2. Question number 3, we have humanities, we have these subjects. Science, we have these subjects. It says a student has to choose one of this and 2 of science project. So complete the table to show the possible outcomes. Okay, so the first one has been given to you. So it is G is geography, and then you can use 2 P and C and P and B. Now moving on to H. So H, we can choose the same thing. P and C, H, P and B. Now we're missing one here as well. So G can also be C and B. So we were missing one. Now H, same thing. It can be C and B. Now for the last one, R, it can be P and C, and P and B, and the last one will be C and B. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have 9 possible outcomes for this question. Now, part B. Khalif chooses his subjects at random. Part 1. Find the chances that he chooses geography. So let's find where we have G. So we have 1, 2, 3. So it will be 3/9, which is 1/3. Now, part 2. Find the chance that he chooses physics. So let's find out. Physics will be here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That will be 6 over 9, which is 2 over 3. Now part 3, find the chance that he chooses both religion, studies, and chemistry. That is R and C. So here we have R. Now we have to find chemistry. So here 1 and 2. So only 2 possibilities of where he chooses religion and chemistry. So 2 over 9 will be your answer for part B. And that is for question number 3. Question number 4, we have two matrices A and B. Part 1, find BA. So multiplication of the matrix B, 2, 6, minus 1, minus 1, times A, which is 2, 4, 0, minus 1. It is always rows by column. So 2 times 2 plus minus 1 times 4, and then this one by this one, 6 times 2 plus minus 1 times 4. And how about this one? It'll be 2 times 0 plus minus 1 times minus 1. And this one, 6 times 0 plus minus 1 times minus 1. So simplify, what do we have? 2 times 2 is 4 minus 4. Here we have 0 plus 1. Here we have 12 minus 4, 0 plus 1. So it will be, your answer here will be 0, 1, 1, 8. That is 4. Now B, find B inverse. So we know the formula for B inverse is equal to 1 over determinant of B times the adjacent matrix of B. So let's find this first. Determinant of B. So matrix B is equal to this. So we have to do cross multiply 2 times minus 1 minus 1 times 6. That will be minus 2 minus 6. That will become 2 minus 2 plus 6. That will be 4. How about this one of B? It will be, so we have to first change the position of this diagonal. So we have minus 1, 2 on this side, and then this one, the sign, become minus 6 and 1. So B inverse is equal to 1 over 4 times minus 1, 1, minus 6, 2. So this will be your answer for B inverse. Now for part B, given that A plus 2C equal to B, find the value of C. So C we don't know, we'll have to replace first. So what is A? A is given to us as 2, 4, 0, minus 1, plus 2C, we don't know, equal to, this will be 3B. B is given to us as 2, 6, minus 1, minus 1. So let's simplify. 2C will be equal to 6 minus 3, that will be 18 minus 3, minus this matrix 2, 4, 0, minus 1. So this will be 6 minus 2 will be 4, minus 3 minus 0 will be minus 3, 18 minus 4 will be 14, that will be minus 2. As you can see, this is 2C, so C will be half of this, so 1 over 2 times this. Okay. That is the value of C. You can also bring this in. You'll have 2, 7, minus 3 over 2, and minus 1. That is the value of C for question number B. And that was question number 4. On to question number 5. The table below is for this graph, this equation, y equal to x cubed minus 3x minus 1. Now we have to complete the table. So we have to replace x in this equation to find the value of y. So x equal to 3. So y becomes 3 cubed minus 3 times 3 minus 1. That becomes 17. So next thing, we have to plot this graph on this grid. So the first point is minus 3 minus 19. So where's that? That will be minus 3 minus 19 will be right here. First point. Second point is minus 2 minus 3. So minus 2 minus 3 will be right here. Then we have minus 1, 1, minus 1, 1 will be here. Then we have 0 minus 1 will be here. Then we have 1 minus 3, that will be right here. Then we have 2, 1, that will be between, and the last one is 3, 17. 17 will be between 16 and 18. So now let's draw the graph as best as we can. This is the point. So it should be about this shape. This is the first part, and this will be okay, and the last one will be about this shape. Alright, this is your graph for part B right here. Now moving on to question part C. Question part C says that use a graph to solve this. This is y equal to 0, x equal to what? Let's find the value of x for y equal to 0. So the first value here will be here, and we have here and here. So the first point is minus 1.5. So we say minus 1.5. Second point will be this is minus 0.4, minus 0.4, and the last one will be here it is 1.5, 1.8. So 1.8 will be the three values of x when y equal to 0. Now for part D, use a graph to estimate the gradient when x equal to minus 1.5. So let's go to the point x equal to minus 1.5. It is minus 1. It will be here. Now let's draw a gradient at this point to find, a line at this point to find the gradient. So we can make it pass through 2 points. So let's make it pass through this point and this point. As you can see, here we have one point here, which is 0, 6, and the second point will be right here, which is minus 3, minus 6. So let's find the gradient based on those 2 points. So first point is 0, 6, and then we have minus 3, minus 6. So gradient, we have a formula which is y2 minus y1 and x2 minus x1. That will be minus 12 divided by minus 3, which is 4. That will be 4. Now moving on to part D. On the graph, draw this line. So when x equal to 0, y equal to 3. That is your first point. 0, 3. Now let's say when x equal to 3, y equal to, so 12, so that will be 12 plus 3, 15. So second point will be 3, 15. So we have 2 points, 0, 3 and 3, 15. 0, 3 will be about here, and 3, 15 will be here. So now let's join those 2 points to form the line as required. Okay, so this is the line y equal to 4x plus 3. So y equal to 4x plus 3. Now question part 2. The line this and the curve this can be used to solve this equation. It means that we are solving these two simultaneously to obtain this. Find the values of a and b. So we have y here, we have y here. So y equal to y, right? So we replace 4x plus 3 equal to x cubed minus 3x minus 1. Now we just have to simplify x cubed So minus 3x minus 4, that will become minus 7x, minus 1 minus 3, minus 4. Compared to this one, we have, so let's send this one over here. We have 7x plus 4. Now compared to this one, we have x cubed equal to ax plus b. So you can see a is 7, b is 4. 7, 4 will be the value of a and b. Now for part 3, use a graph to find of the negative solutions of this. So you have to use a graph to find where does the line cut the curve at the negative values of x. So negative will be on this side, and we have this and this. So we have two possible points. So this one will be minus, so we have 0.5, 0.6, minus 0.6. Oh, this one is minus 2.3. I'll go with this one. So answer will be minus 2.3 for the negative solutions of this. Okay, so that will be question number 5. To question number 6, part A. So we have A, B, C, and D are 4 towns. So A, B, C, and D are 4 towns. Now we have B is 12 km due north of A, and C is 8 km due east of A. So east will be 90, and we have D is 15 km due west of B. So this will be 90 as well. Question part 1. Calculate the distance B from C. So let's join these two to find out the distance. So BC will be this line. Okay, so as you have seen, this is a right angle triangle, and let's call BC, let's call it Y. Why not? So we have to find the length of Y. So we have to use the Pythagoras theorem. So y square equal to 12 square plus 8 square. So y square equal to, so 12 square plus 8 square, that will be 208. 208. Y will be square root of 208, which is 14.4. So your answer will be 14.4 kilometers. That is the length of BC. Now question part 2. Calculate the bearing of A from D. So let's do that. So we have to connect these two first, and then we have to find the bearing of A from D. So in the north line, it is very important. And what angle are we looking for? We're looking for this angle right here, this big one. But as you can see, if this is north, this is 90. This is 90. So we first have to find this inside only, and then we add 90. 90 plus this one. Let's call this angle X. Let's find X first. So we observe again, here we have a right angle triangle. This is the side of adjacent side, and this is the opposite side. So we have to use SOHCAHTOA. So SOHCAHTOA. We know the adjacent side and we know the opposite side, so we have to use tan. So tan of angle X is equal to opposite side, which is 12, divided by adjacent side, which is 15. So X equal to tan inverse of 12 divided by 15. So let's do that. 12 divided by 15, and tan inverse 38.7. So now remember, X is only this angle, and we're looking for the big one. So your answer will be 90 plus 38.7. That will be 128.7. So if you want to give your answer correct to 3SF, it will be 129 degrees. That is 6 part 2. And now moving on to part B. So we have 2 points, T and S. And question part 1. It says that the diagram shows the position of clock tower T and a statue S drawn to a scale of 1 centimeter to 75 meters. Alright, so using measurements taken from the diagram, find the actual distance between T and S. So you have to measure those two distances and find the actual measurements. So here I have 6.5 for me. You may have 6 or 6.2 because my printing is actually zoomed in a little bit, so the reading will be different, but the method is good. You have to measure this one. So T to S, for me I have 6.5. So 6.5. The scale is 1 centimeter to 75. So 6.5 centimeter will be 6.5 times 75. That will be 487.5 meters for me. But definitely your answer may be different depending on this measurement. So part 2, we have a fountain F is situated 450 from T on the bearing of 210. So the point T will be here. So let's find out where is the bearing of 210 from T. We know this is 180. 210 will be on this side. So what is the extra? Will be 210 minus 180, extra 30 degrees. So let's measure 30 on this side. So we have 30 will be on this point, right? So it will be on this line from T. Now we need to find the distance. So the scale is 1 centimeter to 75 meter. So what is 450? It will be 450 divided by 75. It will be 6 centimeters from point T. So 6 centimeters will be about here. Okay, and that is the point F, this point. So now question part 3. Using measurements taken from the diagram, find the bearing of F from S. So let's join those two so we can know exactly what we are looking for. So FS is this line. So let's continue this line. And now we have to find the bearing of F from S. Of F from S will be this angle. So this is 180. And we have to add this one. So let's measure this angle. So we have to use our compass. So this will be about 64. This will be 64. So everything together will be 180 plus 64. You will have 244 degrees. So this one your answer may be 243 or 245, and that's okay as well. It should be among about that range. So this is my answer for part B. And that is all for question number 6. Question number 7, part A. Factorize this equation completely. So what is common here? 12, we know 12 it is 3 times 4a square b minus 3 times 5a b cubed. So this is common, this is common, this and this, and this and this. So we take it out, we have 3, a is common, and b is common. So remaining will be 4a minus 5b square. This is your answer for part A. Now for part B, write this down in the form of this. So we have to complete the squares for this question. So as you can see, we can try to factorize. So what is 4 squared is 2x times 2x, and 9 will be 3 times 3. So for us to get 12, we have to plus and plus. This is equal to 2x plus 3 power 2. So this is your answer for part B. Now for part 2, hence solve this equation. So this will be this, which is 2x plus 3 power 2 equal to 49. So we have 2x plus 3 is equal to plus minus square root of 49. Now if you simplify, 2x plus 3 equal to plus minus 7. Now one more time, 2x equal to minus 3 plus minus 7. X will be minus 3 plus minus 7 divided by 2. So for first value of x, we'll take minus 3 minus 7 will be minus 10 divided by 2 will be minus 5. And then minus 3 plus 7 is 4 plus divided by 2 will be 2. So these are the two values of x. Now for part C, expressed as a single fraction in its simplest form. As you can see, the base are different and we have to find the LCM. The LCM of these two, it is 4, because 2 times 2 is 4, so we can just times 2 here and times 2 here. So that will be 2p plus 2 minus p plus 3. That will become p plus 5 over 4. Now for this one, solve this equation. So first thing first, we can send 2 over here. We will have 3m plus 4 is less than 3 over 2. So 3m less than 3 over 2 minus 4, which is equal to, let's do that, minus 4, that will be minus 2 and half. So m is less than, divide by 3, minus 5 over 6. So this will be your answer for part D of question number 7. To question number 8. So question part 1 is to complete the diagram for pattern 4. So we have 1, 2, 3 given to us, and we have to complete 4. So we observe every single time we have this 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So here as well, we'll have the same 6 squares shaded. So now the only difference that we notice is that every time this increase by 1. So 1 is 1, 2 becomes 2, 3 becomes 3, so 4 will become 4. So it becomes 1, 2, 3, and 4. From this side, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And from this side, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And from this side, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now we have to shade the same 6, which is in the middle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So make sure you shade them properly, but you will have this shape for pattern 4. Now for part B, it says complete the table. So we have the number of pattern 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is number of gray tiles. So we have two kinds of tile. One is gray and one is white. This is white and this is total number of tiles. Now we have to complete this one. So we observe that every time it is increasing by 4, by 4, so by 4 again. So 18 plus 4 will be 22. 22 plus 4 will be 26. Right. And how about this one? How do you find these two? You observe that number of white tiles is equal to total number of tiles minus gray tiles. So 20 minus 10 is 10, 42 minus 14 is 28, 72 minus 18 is 54. So same thing here as well. 110 minus 22 will be 88. And here will be 156 minus 26 will be 130. Okay, that is part B, complete your table. Now part C, it says find an expression in terms of n for the number of gray tiles in n. So gray tile is this first one, so we have to find n. So as we observe, every time it is increasing by 4, right? So we write down 4n. So now we have to compare with something we know. We know that the first term for gray is equal to 10. This is where n equal to 1. So now if you replace n as 1 here, you will have 4. But this is different from this because we actually have 10, but this one is giving us 4. How can we change 4 to 10? We have to add 6, right? So this becomes add 6, so your nth term becomes 4n plus 6. That is part C. Now part D, it says that pattern X means what n equal to X, it has 110 gray tiles. So gray tiles will have this formula right here. So Tn is 4n plus 6. This is for gray tiles. So we know that. So equal to x, so 4x plus 6. Find the value of x. So 4x will be 110 minus 6. So let's find out. That will be 104. And x will be equal to 104 divided by 4. That will be 26. So value of x will be 26. Now question part E, it says by considering the number of tiles along the outer edge of each pattern, so this is what you need to look for, show that the total number of tiles in n is this. So let's have a look at this. So we have pattern 1, 2, 3, and 4, right? So let's have a look for 1. For 1, you count on the edge. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 20 squares, right? So 20, which is 4 times 5, right? And now for pattern 2, they have 42. But let's count the squares. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 6 times 7. And for pattern number 3, we have 72. 72. And let's count right here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 8 times 9. So you can see something is happening here, right? So every time for every pattern, at first we have 4 times 5. And here we have 6 times 5. Here we have 8 times 9. Sorry, 7. So this one will be, as you can see, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It needs to be 10 times 11. That will be 110. So let's guess for another one. Here 11. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That will be 12 times 13, logically. So we have to find for n. Now, you can observe that what's happening here. For this first term, it's changing to 6. And for this term, it's changing to 7. So this one 6 is changing to 8 and changing to 10. So it's always changing by plus 2, plus 2, plus 2, plus 2. So let's find out. So for this first one, it is plus 2. We write 2n. Now for when term is 1, that will be 2. We have to plus 2 to get 4. So that's the first number. How about this one? It is changing by plus 2 as well. We multiply by, so 2n. And now for the first term, this one will be 2, but we have to get 5, so we have to plus 3. I hope that makes sense. Now we have to expand this one. We will have so 4n squared plus 6n plus 4n plus 6. They will become 4n squared plus 10n plus 6. Shown just like this, right? So this is part E. Now moving on to part F. Hence find the expression for number in terms of n for number of white tiles in pattern n. So we know that number of gray plus number of white equal to total. So number of white will be total minus number of gray. So we know total is equal to this, 4n squared plus 10n plus 6 minus gray. So gray will be equal to this, 4n plus 6. So let's expand. We have 4n squared plus 10n plus 6 minus 4n minus 6, right? This becomes 4n squared plus 6n. So this is your answer for part F. Now for part G, in pattern P, the total number of tiles is equal to 8 times pattern P. So 8 times the number of gray tiles. Okay, total is equal to this. So number of total is equal to 8 times number of gray tiles. Total is given by this equation right here. So let's write this down. 4n squared plus 10n plus 6 equal to 8 times G. G is this, which is gray. Okay, so now we can expand. We can first we can divide everything by 2. We will have, here we have 2n squared plus 5n and plus 3 equal to 4n plus 6. That will be 16n plus 24. Now let's simplify. 5n minus 16 will be minus 11n, plus 3 minus 24 will be minus 21 equal to 0. So we have to factorize this. So that will be p. So we have to replace n by p. So the equation will be 2p squared minus this equal to 0. Factorize this one. What do we have? So 2p squared is 2p times p. 21, it can be 1 times 21, 3 times 7. Right, so those are two possible values that we have for this. So how can we factorize this? So for us to get minus 11, we can use 7 here, and we can use 3 here. So 2p times minus 7 will be minus 14 plus 3p. So that will be minus 11. So now we can solve p equal to minus 3 over 2, or p equal to 7. So p cannot be negative, so p can only be 7. So that is your answer for part G, and that was question number 8. On to question number 9, part A. Calculate the interior angle of a regular 9-sided polygon. So 9-sided. So if you want to find the interior angle, we must find the sum of all the angles. It will be 9 minus 2 times 180. Now for the interior angle, we have to do this. 9 minus 2 times 180 divided by 9. Because 9 sides, they have 9 angles, and since it is a regular polygon, they have equal angles. So 7 times 180 divided by 9, that will be 140. So 140 will be your answer here. Now for part B, so we have A, B, C, D, E. So A, B, C, D, E is a pentagon, has 5 sides. So which means, what is the sum of all the angles? So 5 minus 2 times 180. That will be 3 times 180. That will be 540. That's the sum of all the angles in this pentagon. Now, question part 1. Show that BE is equal to 21.9 correct to 3SF. So where is BE? BE is this length. So we have to show that this is 21.9. So as you can see, you know this angle, and this is triangle ABE. We know this side and this side. We have to use the cosine rule. So cosine rule says that cos of this angle 115 is equal to 7 square plus 18 square minus BE square divided by 2 times 7 and 18. So BE square is equal to this times this, and then minus these two, right? So cos of 115 times 2 times 18 times 7 this much. So we have this is when this times this, and then if we have this, we send this over here, we will have 7 square plus 18 square minus answer, it will be 479.4998. So B will be square root of this, it will be 21.897. Correct to 3SF, it will be 21.9 centimeter. That is B. So 29.1. So that was part 1. Now part 2. Calculate angle DBC. Where's DBC? So DBC. So find this angle. Let's call it small angle B. So as you can see, we know this side and this angle, which is directly opposite, and we know this side, and we will have to find this one. So we have to use the sine rule. So sine rule say that the sine of this angle, which is sine of 28, over 16, which is the opposite side, corresponding side, will be equal to the sine of this angle, sine B, over the opposite side, which is 11. So now we just have to simplify to see what do we have. So sine B is equal to 11 sine 28 over 16. So 11 sine 28 divided by 16, 0.3227. So B will be sine inverse of the answer, which should be equal to, sine inverse of the answer will be 18.8 degrees. So this angle here, DBC, is 18.8. Now for part 3, find the perimeter of, so it says the perimeter of the pentagon is 62. It is given to us. Given that the area of the triangle BDE is 102, find the obtuse angle DEB. So where's the angle? DEB, it will be this angle here. Find this angle. So we have given that the perimeter is 62. So what can we, how can we use that, right? So how do you find the perimeter of this shape? You have to take this plus this, this, and this. So to find the side ED, so it says perimeter is 62. How do you find the perimeter? Is by adding all the sides together. So let's do that on here. So we start here. We have to take 18 plus 16 plus 11 plus ED plus 7 equal to 62. So ED will be equal to what? 62 minus 7 minus 11 minus 18 minus 18. That will be 10. So the value of ED will be 10 centimeter. So from this we find out that ED is equal to 10. Now, given that the area of triangle BDE, so where's BDE? So BDE, so this triangle here, the area is equal to 109 centimeter square. And the question is to find the angle, this angle. So we have to use the formula for area. As we know, area of triangle is equal to half sine of the angle here, which is angle E, times these two sides, 10, 29.1. So we have to solve this, equate this to area, which is 109, and find the value of angle E. So let's rewrite the same formula here. So area is 102, which is equal to half sine of angle E times 10 times 29.1. That will be 204 equal to sine of E times 29.1. So sine on E equal to what? So 204 divided by 291. 204 291 will be 0.701. So E will be sine inverse of 0.701. That will give you 45.5. So that's the angle E. So now we're looking for the obtuse angle DBE. So we're looking for, okay, yeah, it is good. This one actually. I thought it was a reflex, but obtuse is good, this one. So the answer is 44.5. That is question number 9. Moving on to question number 10. So we have A, B, C, and D lie on the circle, center O. We have all this angle given to us. Now question part 1, find the value of x. So where's x? X is here. As you can see, x is on the arc A, B. Also, this one is also on the arc of AB. But we know that x will be half this value, which is 60, because angle at center is twice angle at circumference. That's why. Okay, that was part 1. Part 2, find DAB. Where's DAB? So DAB, find this angle here. So this is the radius, and this is also the radius. So this angle will be what? This will be 180 minus 20, which is 60. This will be 30 and 30, which means this one will be 2y plus 30. So 2y plus 30. That's part 2. Part 3, find BCD. So where's BCD? BCD. So find this angle. As you can see, we have a quadrilateral on the circle, and these two angles are complementary. It means that if we take 180 minus this angle here, which is 2y plus 30, it needs to equal to angle C. So C is equal to, expand, so 180 minus 30, that will be 150 minus 2y. So angle here will be 150 minus 2y degrees. And that is part A. Moving on to part B, we have sector OAB has radius r plus 4, and its area is the same as the area of circle radius r. So radius r will be pi r square centimeter. Okay, we're saying that this sector has the same area as this, so we have to show that. What is the area of sector? So area of sector, we use a formula which is the angle 120 divided by 360 times pi r square. R here should be equal to the same as this. Now we have to simplify. This goes away, and here we have 1, 3. So we send 3 over here. We will have r plus 4 squared equal to 3r square. So let's do that. We have r square plus 8r plus 16 equal to 3r square. So 3r square, let's do minus I think I made a mistake somewhere. Where's my mistake? So if we do this, minus 8r, oh, I don't know, okay, no mistake. This becomes 0. Simplify, we have 2r square minus 8r minus 16 divided by 2. We have r square minus 4r minus 8 equal to 0. So this is the same as this. You say shown. Now calculate the value of r. So we have this equation. So how do you find the value of r? So here we have two possible values. Let's try to see if we can factorize this way. This will be r. 8 is equal to 2 times 4, 1 times 8. So as you can see, we cannot get 4, so we have to use a formula, which is a equal to 1, b equal to minus 4, c equal to minus 8. So r is equal to minus b plus minus b squared minus 4ac divided by 2 times a will be this much. So this is 4 plus minus. So 16 plus 32, that will be 48 divided by 2. So let's find the possible answers. So let's first make sure that it is correct. So 4 plus square root of 48 divided by 2. So first answer is r equal to 5.464, or r is equal to 4 minus square root of 48 divided by 2, 1.464. So the radius cannot be negative, it can only be this, so your answer will be 5.46. That will be the value of r. And that is the question number 10. Question number 11, we have 80 people who are each asked how much they spent on clothes last month. The results are summarized in this table right here. So this is amount spent, this is the groups that represent this, and this is the number of people. In total we have 80 people. Question part 1, calculate an estimate of the mean amount spent. So when you have groups and you see estimate mean, you have to find the midpoint. Let's call the midpoint x. So what is the midpoint of this group? It will be 10. This one will be 30, 50, 70, 90, 110, 130, and 150. So we have to find the value of fx. Fx is this times this. That will be 30, 240. That will be, let's use our calculator so we don't get any errors. So 700. Here we have 21 times 70. That's 1470. 18 times 90. 1620. 11 times 9. 990. 130 times 5. 650. And this one we have 2 times 150. That will be 300. So the formula for mean is equal to sum of fx, that is add everything together, divided by number of people, which is 80. So fx, that will be 30 plus 240 plus 700, 1470, 1620, 990, 650, and 300. That will be 6,000 for the sum of fx. So 6,000 divided by 80 for the mean. That will be 75. So your value for part A will be 75. Now part B, complete the cumulative frequency table below. So we have less than 20 is 3. So we have to complete the cumulative frequency. So let's write this here. So the first value is 3. So this one will be 11. 11 plus 14 will be 25. 25 plus 21, that will be 46. 46 plus 18 will be 64. And the 64 plus 9 will be 73, 78, and 80. So that is good. So 80, that is good. So let's complete this in the table. So first one is 3, 11, 25, 46, 64. So 25, 46, 64. And then we have 73, 78, 80. 73, 78, 80. Okay, that is a table for this information. Now part C, on the grid opposite, draw a cumulative frequency curve to represent this data. This is our x and this is our y. So let's draw this on this graph. Let's get some distance so we can view the whole graph. So the first point is, let's put this here. The first point is 23. So let's draw that. 20 is here. 3 will be here. Second point is 40 11, so 40 11, that will be here. Third point is 60 25, 60 25 will be here. Then we have 80 46, 80 46 will be here. Then we have 164, that will be here. We have 120 73 here, and we have 140 78, that will be here. And the last one, it is 160 for the value of 80. That's the last one. Okay, so try your best to join all the points together as smoothly as you can. So this one will connect these ones. Okay. That is your cumulative frequency curve for question part B. This is C. Now part D, use a graph to estimate the median. Median is half, is the mid value, so half of 80, which is the 40th value. So let's find that on the graph. So on the graph, let's use a different color. Where is the 40th value? It will be right here. And below, it is between here, so we have 70 75, so I have median as 75, and then use a graph to estimate the interquartile range. So IQR, it is Q3 minus Q1. As you know, Q3 is 3/4 of 80. That will be the 60th element, and Q1 will be 1/4 times 80. That will be the 20th element. So 60th minus 20th. So 60th is here. So I have a value of, let's find out. On the graph it comes here, which is, this is 94. And now for the 20th value, it will be here. Which is 54. So the range will be 94 minus 54. So 94 minus 54, that will be 40 for your interquartile range. And moving on to part E, it says that the number of people who spent more than 85 last month is the same as the number of people who spent between K and 85. Given that K is less than 85, use a graph to estimate. So let's first find out how many people spent more than 85. So 85 will be, this is dollars spent, 85 will be in between. So let's use red. So 85 will be, this is 90, 85 will be here. So from this we can find out how many people spent more than 85. So we have value of 51. So people who spent more than 85 will be on here, which is 80 minus 51. That will be, so let's do 80 minus 51, 7, 10, 9, 29. So 29 people spent more than $85. Okay, now it says that same as the number of people who spent between K and 85. So between 85 and K, some number here, we have to find the value of k, but we know it's the same number of people. So 29 on top, it needs to be 29 at the bottom as well. So 51 minus 29, that will be 10, 2, 2, 22. So 22 will be about here. So let's find the corresponding value for money spent. So this will be right here. So the value will be 56. So value of k will be 56. Okay, and that is question number 11. To question number 12, this one is a locus question. So part A, we have triangle ABC. ABC is given to us. Now it says B and D are points on the opposite side of the line AC. So AC is here, as you can see. Point B is given to us. D will be on this side. We don't know where it is for now. Now it says DA is 9, CD is 7. So let's find the point D. So first condition, it says DA is 9. So from the point A, it is 9 centimeter. So let's measure 9 first. So that is from the point A. So we go to point A, we use our compass to draw an arc. About right here. That's the first arc. And then the second condition tells us that it is CD is 7. So from the point C, it needs to be 7. So measure 7, go to your point C and intersect the first arc. So you will be about this point. So that is your point D. Okay. So question part 1, draw and label point D. So this is good. Now measure angle DAB. So DAB, so let's join the points. So AD will be this and DB will be this. So we have to measure the angle DAB. So find this angle here. So just use a compass. You have to go to the point A. So point A, we can use it this way. So the size, let's use it this way. The point A, let's see where it is. That's the point A. And what is the size of the angle? So make sure it is on the line properly. And then I can see for me the value will be, I have 10 here. For me it will be 15. So for me it's 15 degrees. Your answer may be 14 or 13 or 17. That's okay. For me it's 15 for the angle DAB. Now question, measure the shortest distance from B to AC. So when you have shortest distance, it's always the perpendicular distance. So from B to AC, where's point B? It's here. AC is here. So it's always going to be this, a line perpendicular to AC. So this needs to be 90. So let's measure this distance. It is 3 centimeter. Now question, work out the area of triangle ABC. So what is the triangle ABC? So ABC. So the height is 3. What is the base? Let's measure the base. The base from point A to point C is 13.3. So height, so half times base, 13.3 times height, which is 3. So what is that answer? So half times 13.3 times 3, that'll be 19.95. So 19.95 will be the area of this triangle. you can write it correct to 3SF. This or this, sorry, this will be the answer for part A. Now moving on to part B, we have a shape PQRS. It says this is an accurate diagram for this shape. Give a reason why it is not possible for P, Q, R, and S to be points on the circumference of a circle. So let's find out. Let's see what are their dimensions, right? So what is the distance between S and Q? It is about 10. And P and S is about 13.5. So let's write this down. So PQ is equal to 13.5 and PR, my bad, PR and SQ is about 10. So PR is not equal to SQ, because if they were on the circumference of a circle, it needs to be the same. So if you can just write this, it is good enough, but if you want to explain, you can write down if points PQRS are points, so are on the circle, it would need to be the same. PR would have been equal to SQ, which is equal to the diameter. That is the reason behind. But since they are not the same, it is not on the circle. Now T is a point inside of PQRS such that the first condition, it is more than 6 centimeters from R. So from the point R, we have to draw an arc of a circle which is 6 centimeters. So we have to measure, and so we have 6, about this length. Go to your point R, and then draw this inside of the shape. So that will be the first condition, and the second one will be nearer to R than to P. So point R is here and point P is up here. So we have to draw the bisector of the line PR. So let's go to point R, measure a distance which is more than halfway, and then an arc here on this side. Same distance, go to P, intersect the first arc and this one. So here we have 2 points of intersection. So by joining those 2 points, you will have your answer for part 2. Now part 3, it must be nearer to PQ than PR. So we have Q here in common. So we have to draw the bisector of angle Q. Q's here. So again, we have to use our compass. So go to point Q. We have to first cut the line PQ and QR. Now go to this point, draw another arc here, and go to this point, intersect the first arc. So here we have 2 points, 1 point here and the point D. If you join these two, it will be your answer for part 3. So now it says construct and shade the region within which T lies. So T has a condition as, first condition, it needs to be more than 6, it needs to be outside this circle. Nearer to R than to P, it needs to be below this line. And the last condition, it needs to be nearer to PQ than to QR. So PQ is up, so it needs to be up. So it will be this region. Okay, this is your answer for question part 2. Now part D, find the maximum possible length of RT. So RT, so it would be, it would need to be about the extremes. So it will be here, or here, or here or here. So let's try. What is the possible distance? Measure the extremes. This one will be about 8, so 7.8. This one is 7. This one is 7, and this one will be 8. So your answer will be, this point will be the max from t, which is 7.8. And this is the last question of this paper. Well, once again, thank you guys for watching, and if you have any questions or requests, leave a comment down below. I will get back to you as soon as possible. I'll see you soon.